I'm going to teach you the vocabulary on Unit 8. So please take page number 68, vocabulary, wave power. Alright. Now we're going to complete these sentences with the correct form of words in the boxes. Let me just go on with it. The first one is, the dash came up the beach and hit the coastal resort hard. So that will be tidal wave. Okay. Please write down the answers. I'm sure in the previous class I have taught you all what are the meanings of each. Okay. If you are not able to know the meanings, you can always turn to the vocabulary section, refer to the meaning and write the correct words in the blanks and follow that. Okay. It's smashed into the trees. Alright. It's smashed into the trees. Okay. And then it flattened everything and flooded the tub. So here it flattened everything and flooded the tub. Make sure that in the workbook also you complete the same thing, alright? And then what you see is the second one. The second blank is, it is a very hot summer and the town hall sent a warning to the local people. Warning is telling somebody to do something, alright? Immediately. Then, unfortunately, there was a big fire. They decided to evacuate everybody. Evacuate is again bringing everybody out of a place, right? Because of some kind of danger, alright? And we have the next one is, however, there was a lot of confusion and all the cars on the road caused a havoc on the bridge, right? Havoc. Okay. Now we go on to the third one. When the volcano Krakatau in Indonesia erupted. Follow the words in the box, okay? Erupted is coming out by force, okay? In 1883, it caused terrible damage. It unleashed 5 tsunamis. Unleashed 5 tsunamis. What happened after it unleashed 5 tsunamis? It devastated, right? Devastated local towns. Devastated local towns. And then it was a catastrophe that killed thousands of people. So it was a catastrophe that killed thousands of people. Now come to the fourth one. There was a storm and a big chunk of wood. Alright, number 4 is chunk of wood. A big chunk of wood fell off a tree and he collapsed, but he soon got up. So collapsing is falling suddenly, right? He collapsed. And then the fifth one, a big rock at the bottom of the hill plunged. Okay, big rock plunged. Alright. And then it was a landslide. Complete everything, read and understand. Okay. With that, you can even pause and write down the blanks, fill in the blanks. Okay. Now we go to the word building, that is the extent. Okay. When we go to that, we have, as we already know, what is a verb, a noun and an adjective. A verb is a doing thing, right? A noun is the name of a person, place, animal or thing. And the adjective. Now here you just need to fill in the blanks according to it. An adjective is a describing word. Now the verb is a doing word. First one is action. If noun is an action, verb will be act. You're doing, right? And the second one will be adjective will be active. Correct? The third, create, creation, creative. So this is how it will keep changing. Okay. And then you have destruction. The fourth will be if it's a verb, you're going to destroy something. Destroy. Okay? And then the sixth one will be, the fifth one is again devastate. Now I will be giving you the answer key. Try and do this by yourself. I will give you the answer key after a day so that you will compare and see if you have done it right. Okay? Devastated. Alright? So with this, I will move on to the next part of the grammar section, of the vocabulary section. I will also give you the answer key for this. Alright? This is actually easy. Verb, nouns and adjectives we have already done before. Now we go to the natural phenomena. What do you mean by a natural phenomena? Something which happens naturally. It is not done by using chemicals or any such thing. Okay? It is always coming out naturally. So the first thing which happens is, in the first picture, what do you see? In the first picture you see there is a hurricane. What do you mean by a hurricane? A hurricane is something, it's a very strong wind, right? It's a very strong wind which can cause a lot of disturbance to the land. Okay? So that's how a hurricane looks in picture number 1. Alright? Now, picture number 2. What do you think is picture number 2? It's very dry without water, correct? So that's called a drought. Where there is no water and all the trees are dry, it looks more like a desert, right? So that's called as a drought. Let's move on to the picture number 3. Now in picture number 3, alright? I am open here, okay. Now picture number 3 is, yeah, you would have seen in US tornado, correct? Now that is the picture of a tornado. That is also a very strong wind blowing across, okay? Look at picture number 4. Picture number 4, what does it look like? It's an earthquake where the earth just breaks up and everything falls inside, correct? That's called as an earthquake. Picture number 5 is an avalanche, right? Now what do you mean by an avalanche? It usually happens in the cold places where there's snow. There is snow and the snow, layer of the snow just breaks and the delicate part just opens up and again the water just seeps in. So that's called as an avalanche. You can see in YouTube there are many videos about avalanches. So just type this there and you can find out that. Alright. Picture number 6 is a thunderstorm. What do you mean by a thunderstorm? A thunderstorm is most of the time before the rain you can see the lightning cracking, right? There is a crack of the lightning, alright? So here what happens is there will be a crack in the sky and that as the lightning comes up there is thunder, a loud noise and a storm comes over there. What's the meaning of a storm? A very heavy wind. Okay. Now with that we can move on to the next part of the exercise. Okay. These things were already explained to you except for the avalanche and the thunderstorm. Yeah, and even the tornado. Write down all these, type it into the YouTube and check how it looks like. Alright. Now we move on to the periods of time. Alright. Now here we need to know what the days and the time of each period is called. Okay. Now the first thing is 365 days. Usually in a year we have 365 days. Why do we call it as a leap year? We call it as a leap year when there are 366 days in a year. And when does that one day fall? It falls on the last day of Feb. Right? Usually Feb has only 28 days. If it is 29 then it is called as a leap year. Okay? So the first 365 days is a leap year. Okay, and this happens when does it come? It comes after every 4 years. Okay, in every 4 years the leap year comes. Okay, after every 4 years. The second one is a fortnight. What do you mean by the word fortnight? It's not the game which you play. Okay, fortnight means it is 2 weeks. All right, it is equal to 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So how many days does 2 weeks have? 14 days, right? So a fortnight means it is equal to 2 days, the 2 weeks. Okay, sorry, 2 weeks. All right, next we go on to quarter. I'm sure in maths you know what is the meaning of a quarter, right? So what's the meaning of a quarter? A quarter is something which is, say for example you have this, okay, it is into 4. A part of this, one part of the 4 parts is called as a quarter. Okay, and then we have a decade. See, so quarter is each of the 4 equal or corresponding parts into which something can be divided is called as a quarter. Then we go on to the fourth one. Okay, now the fourth one is a decade. Okay, what do you mean by a decade? A decade means it is equal to a period of 10 years. A decade is equal to a period of 10 years. Alright, and then we have the century. Number 5 is the century. A century is equal to 100 years. Alright, so now we are in the 21st century. We will not say 20, but we will say 21st century because we add that 1 year extra with it. Okay, now the next one is millennium. Alright, now millennium is more than a century. Millennium means 1000 years. Alright, so how did we get this word millennium? Is with the word, it comes from the Latin word millennium. Okay, millen in Latin means 1000. Okay, so M is again years, so millennium. Alright, so with this we come to learn about the different periods of time. Okay, please complete your work. Alright, I will also send the answer key after a day, so try and complete your work, and also complete your work on workbook, in your workbook page 61. Okay, complete both, and by Monday I will send your answer key. Alright, thank you and have a nice day.